In this video, we are going to talk about how to apply an exponent to a monomial. Now, if you're looking for just the review on this question, feel free to check the timestamps, but I'm actually going to sort of develop it quickly so that hopefully it sticks in your memory better. So the first thing I need to remind us about is in a monomial, this really means 3 times x times y, and that entire product gets squared. So I want us to consider this question, which is very similar. So it's like this is my 3, this is my x, and this is my y. I have 3 things multiplied together. Now we know that we should be using BEDMAS anytime we want to simplify. So if I were to use BEDMAS, I'd start with the brackets. So 1 times 2 times 3 is 6. I get 6 squared. Square the 6, and I get 36. So I know my answer for sure is going to be 36. What if I wanted to do it a different way though? So would this method work? I've got the exact same question here, but instead of following BEDMAS, what I'm going to do, and this is what the exponent law actually tells us, it says we can take each of our factors, so 1, 2, and 3, and we can square each one. So we can give a copy of this square to each of those factors. So the 1 gets a squared, the 2 gets a square, and the 3 also gets a copy of that exponent. Okay, now let's just prove to ourselves that that's true. So at this point, let's keep going. This would have given us 1 squared is 1, times 2 squared is 4, times 3 squared is 9. Multiplying, I get 4 times 9, which is still 36, which is the same. So what this proves is, now if you're given a question like this, we really are going to want to follow BEDMAS. It's the most efficient way and it always gives us the right answer. However, this method shows us that when we have a monomial, each one of these factors you can apply the exponent to it. So let's go to our example, the one that we started this question off with. If I have 3xy squared, each of these factors, I have 3 factors here, they're each going to get its own copy of this square. So, and I could write the brackets on the square on the outside if that's easier. And so now what I'm going to do is 3 squared is 9. X, there's an invisible 1 there. I'm going to do multiply these exponents just like our exponent laws tell us to do. So I get x squared, and then same thing with this, multiply, and I get 1 times 2 is y squared. So that's how I would do a monomial like that. I could give you another example. Let's say we have negative 2x cubed y squared, and now we want to square this. How would I do that? Well, I'm going to once again underline each of my factors just to help me see what I'm breaking up. So here I have a negative 2 times x cubed times y squared. So each of those I'm going to put in a set of brackets, and they each get a copy of that squared. Okay, and let me color code that for you. So this is my exponent. Each of those 3 factors gets a copy. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, and once again I'm going to multiply. So 3 times 2 I get 6, 2 times 2 I get 4. So that's how you that's how you apply a power or an exponent to a monomial. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, or subscribe to help others find us.